Hey there, listeners. Have you ever wondered when exactly the family dynamic started to shift? When dinner stopped happening at the table and started happening in front of a screen? Yeah, me too. Let's talk about it. Get this straight. I was born in November of 64. Yeah, technically the last year they slapped the baby boomer label on. But if you think I relate to Woodstock and tie-dye, you're out of your mind. I'm a Gen X soul through and through. We're the Latchkey kids, the Walkman generation. We drank out of hoses, played till dark, and knew what it meant to wait all week for Saturday morning cartoons. We had chores, we had rules, and we had family time. Dinner was at the family table. Watching TV was a family event. Mutual of Omaha, the wonderful world of Disney, and even Sunday Bronco football. And yeah, if you missed it, you missed it. There was no DVR, no streaming, no catch it later. You showed up or you didn't watch. And before you could even think about cartoons or Atari, you had to finish your chores. Clean your room, fold the laundry, help in the yard, and yeah, pick up the dog poop. That was a real one. Ask any Gen Xer, the yard wasn't going to de-poop itself. But here's the twist. We were also the first microwave kids. Now don't get me wrong, mom was usually home, and we got home-cooked meals most nights. But when it was crunch time or mom and dad went on date night, it was Salisbury steak in a plastic tray and a TV tray in the living room. And honestly, we thought it was awesome. And then came the VHS babysitter. Pop in The Little Mermaid or Toy Story and boom, peace and quiet. And then Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox. And by the time those hit their stride, we weren't kids anymore. We were parents. We had jobs, mortgages, and kids of our own. And let's be honest, we played those games too. Sometimes after the kids went to bed and sometimes with them. Sometimes instead of doing what we should have been doing. And yeah, we probably got a little addicted. It was bonding, it was fun, it was easy. So when our kids were finally old enough to also hold a controller, we passed it to them, right along with the addiction. And just like that, family time became screen time. You know, if we ever told our parents we were overstimulated, we got told to go outside and find a rake. You know, and somewhere in all this, mom started working full time. Now, that didn't happen all at once. For many of us, mom was a nurse or a teacher, a bookkeeper. They were already working before we were born. But when she had kids, a lot of families made a choice. She stayed home. Not because she was less, but because it was a full-time job in itself. 4 kids, homework, sports, music lessons, dinner every night. That wasn't a break from work. That was the work. But by the 90s, that started to change. It became expected that both parents would work. Not just for ambition, but to keep up. 2 incomes just to stay afloat. And yeah, some of us started to wonder, was this a cultural shift or just a clever way to double the tax base? But we'll save that rabbit hole for another rant. Now, let's not pretend this was all about choice. So yeah, we were the bridge generation, raised with rakes and rules, and then seduced by screens and convenience. We didn't mean to let the family slide, but in trying to make things easier, we made them quieter, less connected, more distracted. Maybe it's not too late. Bring back dinner at the table. Bring back talking without a phone between you. Bring back the rake. And maybe hand your kid a poop bag. Because our parents taught us how to live, and we still have time to teach our kids how to live. If this hits somewhere between nostalgia and guilt, good. That means you still care. Drop your favorite Gen X memory in the comments. And maybe tonight, microwave a Salisbury steak and sit down together. If this resonated, drop a comment and let's hear your story. Like it if you lived it. Share it if you're ready to bring back real connection. Stay curious, speak freely, and always think on your own accord.